Oh, the busy life, the hustle and the bustle and the daily routine. For a gamer like me? Yeah, that kinda sucks. I wanna play my video games. Well, if you're a gamer like me and you can't get tethered to a television set, it's likely you've turned to mobile gaming, or the Switch, or even a 2DS and 3DS. Those all seem like normal choices nowadays. But what about the PSP? I know, I said PSP, not PS Vita, and this is 2019! Hello everyone, this is the Metal Geek, and is it still worth playing and collecting the PSP in 2019? For those of you that remember, I had a video that I put up back a couple years ago. It was a first look impression at the PSP. Now, I had played the PSP years ago. Not much, but I did play it. I just never owned one before. Long story short, because I got a little disenchanted with Sony during the PlayStation 2 era, I kinda skipped past the PSP. And for an RPG-loving gamer like myself, I missed out on a lot of really good games. So about 2 years ago, I got my hands on the PSP. It was given to me as a gift by my girlfriend. It was her old PSP 1000. And of course, the very first thing I did once I got it from her, I got some games. More specifically, Breath of Fire 3 and Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7. As you can see, I didn't waste any time getting back on the RPG bandwagon, you know, the bandwagon that I never actually really left to begin with, that I just never actually jumped on when it came to the PSP, and now I was getting back into it. And anyway, so the past couple of years, I have really enjoyed playing the PSP. And of course, if you've been following my channel, you'll also know that for the last couple of years, I have been retro collecting for the PlayStation 3. Which, if you're interested, you can check out my collecting for the PS3 in 2018 and 19 video at the end of this video, because I'll link to it, and this is not a shameless plug by any means. It's a shameless plug. Back to the PSP. Now, I did my video about the PSP back a couple of years ago, so why am I back doing a video now? Well, because of this. That's right, it's a PSP 3000. Now again, I've been working with a PSP 1000 for the past couple of years. I love the device. Very well built, I love everything about it. So why get excited about the PSP 3000? Well, because of this. That's right, the screen. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the PSPs, there were several different models, and the popular opinion about this model is that it has the best screen. What I can tell you is that it does have the most vibrant screen, and it does make playing games just a little easier. The PSP 3000 also has this. That's right, a component jack, which means you can actually hook your PSP 3000 up to your TV. And being that I am a game reviewer and I do record video game footage, this does offer me the opportunity in the future to possibly start recording PSP game footage and doing PSP game reviews. I do need to get the proper cords and equipment, but at least now I do have that option. Other than that though, it is pretty much the same machine. The screen size is the same, once again it's just more vibrant. The D-pad and the buttons are placed pretty much the same. The UMDs do load differently, where in the original model, the game would go into the tray and you would click it shut and you had an eject button. Where with the PSP 3000, you just open the door, put the UMD in, shut it, play the game, and when you're done you just open it up again. No eject button needed. It's also a decent bit lighter, and it's also a little thinner. When I play the PSP 1000, I feel like I'm holding a quality device. When I'm holding a PSP 3000 model, it still doesn't feel cheap, but it does feel like it can't take quite the same amount of abuse. All in all, after 2 years, I am glad that I finally got into playing the PSP. But is it still worth collecting for the PSP in 2019? For a device that is about a decade and a half old, It isn't overly cheap to collect the games for the PSP at this point. Don't get me wrong, you can still find some really good games at really good prices, but equally, a lot of games, especially the kind of games that I play, role-playing games, are not cheap for the machine. But if you are savvy enough, you can find some of these games at decent prices. It is still, by all means, one of the best systems to play. And as you can see, I do have a decent number of games. It's very modest in comparison to people who collect very seriously when it comes to collecting for the PSP. And I may have gotten slightly addicted to Persona 3 Portable.
No, honey, I told you, not making dinner and playing Persona 3!
Yeah. But is the PSP worth collecting for in 2019? Sure, absolutely. It's a great little system and a lot of great games. But just be aware that while you can get some games at a very good price, collecting for the PSP in 2019 may not always be the cheapest. But if you love collecting, go right ahead. It's definitely worth it. I give it the thumbs up. This is the Metal Geek saying, have a great one. Now I'm gonna go play Persona 3, okay? I gotta go play Persona 3. I'm going to play. Did I turn off my camera? No, I didn't turn off my camera, did I? Oh well, I'm gonna play through. It'll shut off on its own. I'm not making dinner tonight.